Today we're speaking to a 30-year-old, already bought a commercial property, already set his business up in Europe and the UK and America, generating over £500,000 a month. Now, the second I started listening to this guy, I just knew he had it. Whatever it is, this is a game-changing entrepreneur. I reckon he could be running a £100 million company one day. I can't wait to rate him at the end of this podcast. Now, if your business works internationally, I want to introduce you to a real game changer of it all. And there's a £200 bonus offer too. More on that shortly. Well, gang, welcome back to the Business Broadcast, the podcast designed to help grow your business. Here we are.
It's not for those who are weak-hearted, is it, that intro? Hello, gang!
We are talking to Boss Brows, aren't we? No, Buff Brows.
Buff Brows. Yeah, we are talking to Harry from Buff Brows. He's been to Business Masterclass, by the way. Buff Brows and cosmetics. So they're Buff Brows and cosmetic supplies. These lot.
Yeah, come on, tell us the numbers.
£440,000 every single month. And they've only been trading about 5 years. They've got 10 to 12 team.
Just look at me. Yeah, I mean, definitely. He's got another customer here.
Yeah, money.
Gandalf's with us.
Have you ever done that thing, the threading thing?
No, have you?
No, it looks weird, doesn't it?
No.
I was like, why would you go to a
big eyebrows? Now look at them.
Yeah.
Fair but big.
Yeah.
Like two slugs mating.
Fair but big. That's how I look. Oh, there we go. Biggest challenges. Their biggest challenge at the moment is finding experienced staff for key roles in the business. For the example, they want a good COO. Getting it right and minimising the risk with the wrong person. Where do we find these people? The technicians use to flitter, so they're not suitable. Technicians are used to flittering, so they're not suitable candidates for those bigger roles. Second biggest challenge. Current warehouse I own and is fine, but we will need a bigger unit by this time next year. These are smashing it. Need to look at a new unit now, but finding one in my area that is suitable is hard work. Looking early, but not getting anywhere. Need advice on how to go about this. He's come to the right place. Third biggest challenge, looking at buying my first business, which would fold into what we do. My worry is management team issues from the new business. For example, do you meet the management team before you buy them? Keep them motivated, keep tabs on the business, etc. Where do you want to be in 1 year's time? You just put NA.
Not applicable.
Not applicable. It's not applicable where it wants to be.
We don't like that, do we? We don't like that.
He's not even thinking in 1 year increments. He's thinking about domination. Where does he want to be? What does the business look like when it's finished? He did say looking to sell in 3 to 5 years. We will have 3 companies in the group that are all in professional beauty, and we're working on another one at the moment. Do you make the profit that you want to make, and if so, what is it? He says no, we want more, so we can achieve more. Their current monthly profit is between £60,000 and £80,000.
Oh, well, I nearly swore there. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive, isn't it? What's that? Just under 20%? On 480,
people doing that, baby.
Good going, isn't it? Yeah, 15-ish%. That's very good. How do you spend your day-to-day time in the business? We always ask that to our entrepreneurs. He said, I'm not needed in the day-to-day. I have a few team members who have been with me for many years and very trustworthy. I look at scaling and growing the business, managing the cash flow, new products, and integrating new staff members. Only day-to-day I manage is overseeing the small management team, but it is minimal as they're very self-sufficient, and I try not to micromanage. Really keen to hit 100K months and bring in a great COO. 100K months? He's already doing profit. Oh, okay, fine. 100K profit months and bringing in a great COO. That seems like that is very, very key at the moment. And then he's also got a bunch of questions that he would like to ask to you. I know what you're thinking, gang. Well, let's get to it. Oh, no, my friends, because we've got a bunch of other nonsense we have to do first.
Interesting quote of fact.
Interesting quote of fact.
It's time for the interesting quote of fact of the week.
Got any interesting quotes or facts?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's been very quote heavy. I need to get some interesting facts.
I've got facts.
Oh, you got facts?
I've got facts.
So this comes, so many people are just messaging brilliant. You get a lot now as well, don't you? So big thank you to all of you. This is from Visual Peak, and the founder of that business is Joe Nichols. He said, hi, James, love the podcast. Just want to share this one with you for interesting quote or fact of the week, which I saw recently. And they said, your worst case scenario is most people's reality, which I like to remember when running my business. That's what I mean. This guy, he wants £100,000 profit a month. He's got £60,000 profit a month. There's a lot of people that would like to make £60,000 profit a year.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that would just like to make £1 profit a year.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they're conjuring up cash from nowhere. They don't know how they're doing it. So, I think that's a very good quote.
I think it's a very good quote as well. I've got some facts.
Facts.
We'd like some facts about the UK cosmetic industry. We know how big this is in the space in the sector that buff brows are in. So the estimated, the UK cosmetic industry is a major contributor to the economy with a market value estimated to be £10 billion per year. Here's a breakdown. The total market size is about 10 billion. The annual growth rate at the moment is 4%. The top segments within it are skincare, hair care, colour cosmetics, i.e. makeup, and fragrance. There's also, for those who are interested, there is rising demand for clean, vegan and sustainable beauty. That is a big area of growth right now. Influencer and TikTok-driven product discovery has blown up in the last couple of years. There's massive growth at the moment in men's grooming and gender-neutral brands. The UK ranks in the top 10 global beauty markets, and UK exports of beauty and personal care products exceed £3 billion every single year, with key markets that we export to, including the EU, the US, and Asia. And the largest and fastest growing subsector is driven by wellness and trends. It's called skinimalism, which I think is trying to be like minimalism, skinimalism. What's your skincare routine look like?
Have a shower,
Brillo pad.
Do you moisturise every day?
Oh yeah, you don't look like this at 50 without trying hard. I've got new. Hayley's got this new gender neutral thing.
When I can remember, I do put some.
I've got almond oil now. Of 3 pipette drops. I love that. Nothing more masculine than 3 pipette drops of almond oil in the morning, and Tropic skincare. And now I look like this. Worth it, right? Fantastic.
Do you moisturise every day?
Of course he does.
Yeah, I moisturise my face,
Do you? Yeah, there you go. It does. Well, there you go.
Do you not do anything?
I forget to do it. No,
do you? So you really are just a natural beauty.
I get really dry skin, so I have to,
Thanks for the overshare, Chuds. Chuds, everybody. Dry skin, dry human. That's what they say about Chuds. Just dry. Arid. That's what they call him. Arid Chuds.
Okay, fine.
Do we just go straight into it? Is that it?
Okay, no more to add to the conversation.
No, I've got nothing more to add to this. I mean, it's a business podcast and we're talking about moisturiser. I mean,
it's not the worst thing that we've talked about in this podcast, let's be honest. For context, for those who are sort of watching this in real time, we record 5 back-to-back. And Jimbo, because he's parked his new love wagon outside, we suspect he went and had a little nap. So he might be taking a little while to... do you know what I did, JP?
I had done a day's work.
I had to get 10 million quid off Coates. They said no. I went straight to SBC. They said no. I said, me EBIT is through the roof. You got to be kidding me. So I said, put it through to your procurement team. That's what I've got to deal with. I bought a carousel, a theme park, and I've got a 17-foot tiger teddy coming from China. That's what I done on my lunch break. What did you do? And a chicken fillet. Exactly. E plus M equals S.
There we go. Tell us about today's... Well,
I've already told you. You're not even listening to me. No. Is there any point in me being here, Sinclair? That's what I want to know.
What I want to know is, did you go on their website and have a little look at what Buff Brows does?
Yeah, I did. So they've got 3 businesses, so I think
they make all the bits and bobs.
I think so, yeah. It's a great website as well.
Can we put some of that up on screen, Chuds and Stevie in the edit?
Anything is possible with Chuds around. So I think there's 3 bits to the business. So I think they do training is one of the things that they do. Then they've got the D2C product, and then there's something else that they're doing as well. We can find out.
Can I just say, if we ask you to come on the pod and you're invited on, very smart thing to do is to send us some of your products so we can show it, because I think that's a very cheap marketing thing. That's what they should have done at Buff Brows. 500,000 people watch this podcast.
And we could have buffed our brows up.
Yeah, so if you do come on and you make a product, make sure you send us in something so we can show it.
Absolutely. Very good website, though. Great D2C website.
We'll try
brilliantly well put together
to promote it for you.
I reckon that's sat on Shopify, isn't it? It's very good. Founded in 2020, Buff Brows was originally created for SPMF pre-drawing. I don't even know what that is. Since then, it has developed into a global brand recognised by semi-permanent makeup artists and brow maintenance artists alike. Brow maintenance, that's a thing. Who knew that was a thing?
If your business deals with clients, suppliers or freelancers overseas, you've probably felt the pain of slow transfers or high fees or even exchange rate surprises. Now, Revolut Business fixes all that. Within one account, you can hold, send and receive money in 30 plus currencies with access to interbank exchange rates within plan allowances and during market hours, all inside a platform that actually makes sense to use. You also get fast international transfers, the ability to issue local account details in multiple countries with a clear view of your cash flow. Whether you're a one-man person or growing a company, it's a smarter way to run a global business without the complications of multiple different accounts. If you're ready to simplify your international finances, why not sign up to Revolut Business at revolut.com/RB/James. Do that before the end of September 30th, 2025, and add some money to your account to receive a £200 welcome bonus. Fees and terms and conditions apply. I want to say a big thank you to Revolut Business for sponsoring this episode. Now, let's get back to it.
Right, Harry, tell us a bit more about you and your fantastic business, mate. Tell us the origin story about it.
So yeah, I'm not into beauty, so I don't get beauty treaters myself. So you might think, why the hell am I in this? But my partner, we started. So actually, my company started. Would be 7 years in November. My first company was cosmetic supplies, but that makes up about probably a quarter of our revenue now. And Buff Brows is really, really taken over. And so I got into the industry. My partner was doing treatments and charging a lot of money, and we were about 23. And I thought this is crazy, making £900 a day from free treatments, because the treatments that she was doing was it's like tattooing of the face. It's quite highly skilled.
Yeah.
And you charge about £300 and it takes about 2 hours. We then went into training and we started offering kits in our training, and the machines were very, very expensive. And we thought, why don't we just try and do this ourselves? And that's where cosmetic supplies started. And we went and got our own machine. So we started off in an industry called permanent makeup. Then other training academies wanted our kits and stuff like that. And then it just grew. And then Buff Brows was born in COVID from a bounce back loan, a 20 grand bounce back loan. And Georgie wanted to offer like pre-drawing tools, and it was like pencils, makeup brushes. So we started that, and then we found a new audience for the company. So we then pivoted into brow maintenance, which is a lot bigger than PMU. It's so much more bigger. So that's why we've had great growth.
Wow, We're just looking at this because this comes up quite often on the podcast.
This is interesting.
The revenue per employee is £440,000.
Are you including are you doing all your own warehouse and stuff like that?
So the reason why so this time last year, Buff Brows was doing about 120 grand turnover. With this month, we should do around 380, maybe 360. This includes VAT, by the way. So we opened a fulfillment center in America, which is another reason why the gross profit margins are so high, because we don't have to pay VAT. And we've opened a fulfillment center in Australia, which has been slow.
Sorry, just rewind a little bit there. You don't have to pay VAT. Sorry, say that again.
Because the sales are through America, we don't have to pay VAT because the sales are coming from America. Does that make sense? Into Shopify.
Right, one more time. Sorry, I'm trying to understand that.
Because in America they don't charge VAT.
Yeah,
but the prices that on the website are the same as the UK prices, but we get that extra 20%. So we don't have to pay the VAT because it's coming from America.
What, shipped from America?
Yes, the fulfillment centers in America, so it's shipped directly from America
to the UK.
No. We ship to our customers directly from America.
So only the American sales are not paying the VAT on it, but it's the same price on the website.
No, but are your UK customers buying from America?
No, they're buying from our UK warehouse.
Fine, got it.
The reason why we've had huge gross profit margin increase is because of the American fulfillment center.
I'm fine. Yeah, got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, you're going to trip me up on a question.
No. I understand now. No. I wondered if there was something that you discovered where you could buy stuff in America, ship it to the UK.
There's no way around it. But but then we've also opened a warehouse in Europe that we've actually opened ourselves, which has been very hard graft. We actually manage it ourselves. So one of the girls that was working for me here has moved over there. That has been very costly. It hasn't really kicked off yet, but we do see huge growth because of the Brexit issue.
What country?
Into Europe. It's the Netherlands.
Oh, really? So you decided not to go somewhere like Spain?
Well, I wanted to be more central to Germany because the shipping lanes are very, very fast. Germany's very hard to open a company now. And Netherlands is just next door. So I thought, why not? And we're quite near the border of Germany. I picked a place near Germany. So DHL is very, very quick.
So what, you just fly into Amsterdam?
Well, I went over there. I was back and forth a lot. Now it's kind of set up. It's kind of ticking over quite nicely. And because it's a girl that worked for me over here, obviously she's kind of just in control. And it's been very slow. We're only doing about 50 orders a day there. We do about 300 in England and America in a day. So it's very, very slow, but it's getting there.
What did you do before this business?
I was a football coach, which makes me laugh because there's a lot of people on your podcast that are football coaches.
Listen, I think it's very obvious you, my friend, are going to go very far, and we're not even, I can just tell.
Why are you 30 as well?
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
Good
It's
for
so
you.
weird that when we have, just have it, don't you?
You can't put your finger on what it is either, can you?
It's just a way people
So, we're
talk.
going to go for the Netherlands because the shipping lanes in Germany are good. So I just put somewhere near the border. It's like, what? But the way he says it as well. Oh, yeah,
And
I just
you're not
done
even
that 'cause
bothered about sending a member of staff out there. You know,
she worked for me over here, so trust her.
Well, with the last podcast that we did, I mean, these guys had they knew all the customers. They were just scared of employing someone.
Yeah.
And, you're the absolute opposite. Okay, right. Okay, well, let's get into the biggest challenges. Come on then, JB.
So the biggest challenge is finding experienced staff for the key roles in the business, for example, a COO, getting it right and minimising the risk with the wrong person. Where do we find these people? The techniques used, the technicians used to flitter so they're not... techniques used to flitter the non-suitable
Say it in his
candidates.
own words.
Go on.
Sorry, James. That is when you start writing on that forum, it's hard to go back and see what you've written, but it's just the techniques used to filter out, the bad people.
Oh, I see. Sorry. So it was difficult for you to fill it in because of James Sinclair's technical incompetence on a website form. Thank you for clarifying that,
Thank
Harry.
you for slagging off my technical team there, JB.
Sorry.
Hopefully, that's,
Oh, is it not you?
what do you think?
Well, I know you
James
Come
Sinclair
on.
does all the website design.
Yeah.
He spends all. It's what he did at lunchtime, actually.
Yeah.
I was sitting there on Squarespace in my van.
Yeah.
Listen, maybe you don't need a super duper chief operating officer at 5-6 million turnover. Maybe you need a really good office manager, a PA, executive assistant. You need a really good organizer. You've only got, how many staff have you got? 12.
Yeah, some of them are part-time.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. So look, what are the, you're probably doing the COO and CEO and the chief sales operating role. You probably just need someone to take off low value tasks so that you can do higher value tasks. When you get to past the 10 million, maybe you then need that super duper person that can, catapult you ahead. But have you got someone that's not family, that's experienced in, managing offices, organizing? And that's why a good EA can change the role for someone at this size of business.
Yeah. I'm trying to layer the business with the next. I always kind of try and layer the next level of staff to go to the next turnover because, I have a target to be doing, £1 million a month turnover.
But you're the person to do that.
I keep kind of reminding myself that, and sometimes think if I gave the role over, I could probably do that better.
No, you're the chief sales operator. If it's income generation, it should be in your pocket and in your, what you're doing every day at the moment. But look at what are the things that wind you up that are time vampire tasks on you at the moment?
Just daily issues that occur. Just
get an EA, get a PA. Honestly, you get the best PA, 40 grand a year, that maybe 45, or the very best at 50, and they'll just pick up stuff for you. They can be office manager, PA to you, so that you can just go out there and generate more cash.
Yeah,
because sometimes you might get a chief operating officer. Like used to running a 25 million, 30 million, 50 million, 100 million pound business. They're going to be bored in your little 5 million, 6 million. No, it's big at the moment, but you don't want to get someone that just a good PA, a good EA could change the life for you.
Yeah.
And then they're not worried about doing menial tasks. Get them to do your VAT returns, get them to do your accounts, get them to book all your travel, get them to do customer queries, make sure all the invoices are done, good clearer upperer, so that gives you an extra 15 hours a week to do higher value income generating tasks.
Yeah. No. Okay.
And when you're past 10 million or 15 million, maybe that's when you want to sack yourself.
And what at that level, what are the techniques used to find these people?
We'll get there and then come back on.
Perfect.
It's just noise you don't need to know about at the moment.
Yeah.
But the better you get and the bigger you get and the more people will start checking you out and come knocking on your door. And that's when recruitment gets very exciting, when they say, I want to work for you, I see what you're doing, this is what I've done, this is what I bring to the table.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Let's go on to the second biggest challenge. So current warehouse I own and is fine, but we will need a bigger unit this time next year. Need to look for a new unit.
Where is your warehouse?
So I'm in Kent, Edenbridge.
What, and you've bought that and you've got a mortgage, commercial mortgage?
Yeah, 7,000 square foot. Actually, James, I've been a watcher and a listener for years, and was one of the reasons for buying the warehouse. I was like, I need to buy. And
I'm so proud.
Maybe as the interest rates went up, there was just a great opportunity that come up. And
what did you buy it for? Come on, give us the juicy numbers.
It was up for 750.
Yeah,
and I got it for 597.
Come on, baby.
But it was up for 6 to 8 months. So yeah, it was amazing.
And it's 7,000 square foot.
Yeah, rentable value rates at 45. Rateable, but and then they said I could get maybe 55 grand a year for the rent, so it's amazing.
Sorry, what did you bought it 595,000?
97. Yeah.
All right. Let's say you bought it for 600,000, and it's 7,000 square foot.
Yeah.
So £85 a square foot. No, that's great. You couldn't buy the land and build it for that.
Yeah, and I just realised how lucky I am now. So I went on ChatGPT and I started looking, find me a unit for this in 5 mile radius of my postcode, and I was getting nothing. And I was like, I maybe didn't realise how lucky I was to actually find this and actually get the deal over the line.
Well, mate, that's amazing. I mean, look, that will, in 5-10 years' time, you'll go, I'm so glad I listened to James Sinclair. Because now, what happens next? So who did you use the bank? Was it the one that you trade your business through?
So I have a group of companies. I have a group structure. So I brought it in my property company and I rent it back to my other company.
Yeah.
So I just used a mortgage broker, and I think I'm with Interbay.
What, with your mortgage?
Yeah.
Right. So listen, I need to help you with your banking. So what is your total group revenues?
3.1 million last year.
Okay. And did you make profit?
Yeah. 560 something.
Okay. I want you to reach out to Stevie, who booked in this podcast, and I will connect you. So, you should come to my retreat, by the way. Not that I'm.
I come to the Business Masters. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to, but trying to get away from my children is a little bit of a struggle.
Well, for 2 days. I mean, the people in that room. I need to get you some. What was it? 4 days? No, it's 4 days. Is it? Chud's telling me it's 4 days. That's nothing, for your future, for your children's future. But I am going to introduce you to some right banking people that will help you.
Some right bankers.
Yeah.
James Sinclair knows some right bankers.
I have just opened an account with NatWest because Santander, for some reason,
it's not the bank. I'm going to introduce you to the individuals at those banks that can help you. I'm just amazed. All of the podcasts we've done, you've actually gone and done it, and there aren't many people that do that. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Well done. What we need to do now is get that property revalued, rent that to someone else, and then you now move. What deposit did that Interbay make you put in?
I think all in legal stamp deposit, I think it was around 180. So I think it was about 146, 150.
Fine. I'm going to, honestly, well done. So what we're going to do is we're going to rent that out, generate some income, keep that in your property company, and then we're going to go and buy a bigger one. Because did you say you needed a bigger one now?
Well, I only need it for storage. So so after I writ that question, I've been really thinking about these issues that I put down. And once I've written them down, and I thought I only need something for storage. So I was looking at getting a smaller warehouse with no business rates, hardly any electric, because the warehouse that I'm in now is perfect. I've got a YouTube, like we've got like a filming studio here because the girls we're about to do YouTube and stuff like that. And I've kind of done it up, and I thought I just need a warehouse for storage. So I'm now looking for like a 2,000 square foot with high ceilings, and I could probably buy that as well.
Well, let's think with the end in mind, though. Let's think with the end in mind. Will you need a bigger space in 36 months, or do you think 7,000's all right?
I actually think it's okay if I had storage, because basically
right.
now we get a lot of our products made in the UK. I need to get the packaging from China, and I need to store it.
I mean, look, because you're smart, and I think you've got what it takes and you know how to market, maybe, and this is a business that I'm very interested in a sector that I think is a good side hustle for excellent entrepreneurs. You set up a storage business and you set up like a big yellow self-storage or a container storage business so that you benefit from free storage, but loads of people are paying the mortgage and all the stuff for you. And that's seen as a trade rather than an investment, which is very good for capital gains in the future.
Yeah.
Storage is a great business. At the moment, it's seen as a trade, which is, to labour the point, which you want. Yeah, well, why only buy a 2,000? Come on, you're better than that. Go and buy a big.
I hate business rates. Drives me insane.
Well, I hate business rates as well, but if you're paying 50,000 business rates on a big thing and you're making 300 grand a year in rental on storage, then it's all right, isn't it? So, I mean, you could have a storage park or one of those big yellow self-storage things. If you know how to market and get customers, that could be a really good string to your bow.
Yeah, because I bootstrapped the whole business from the start. I run it out of my summer house for years, and then I run it out of my garage for years. When I got my first warehouse, it was under the threshold. And this I went from a 1,200 square foot warehouse to 7,000. The electric, and it was just like, Jesus Christ.
I know, but look at where you are now compared to where you were 3 years ago. So stop saying stupid things like that. If you think small, you'll get small results. You're better 100%. Than that. Think bigger, you get bigger results.
Yeah, what I love about the Netherlands, they don't have business rates. The electric bill is a tenth of what I pay here. And it's just like, wow. So,
yeah, but let's have a look at the Netherlands. What, 9 million people live there? In the UK, 70 million people. Yeah, but you've got the whole
of the EU to ship to. So you've got...
Or just close your business down in the UK then.
Yeah. You're
not going to do that, are you?
The UK without customs.
No, but the UK built you. You still want to do stuff here, don't you?
Yeah.
What rate of VAT do they have in the Netherlands?
21%, because it's one-stop shop. It depends on when they come on the website from. So if they come on from France, it's 20%. If they come on from, say, Belgium, I think it's 23%. So it depends on where the customer comes from onto the website. Shopify is amazing for all that stuff.
So it's where they buy from, not where it's delivered from.
Where they buy from is where, because then you pay, then the one-stop shop, it kind of distributes the tax to the right areas.
Right.
It's Shopify pretty much does it all, and it links up with the accountant. So
does Shopify pay the VAT for you? So it's taking the VAT off before you get the net money?
No. It just alerts the accountants of where the VAT should go.
So you're doing a VAT return in France, a VAT return in Belgium, a VAT return?
No, I think when it's one-stop shop, you just do one VAT for the whole of the EU, and then they sort it out. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not. Yeah, it's not my area of expertise as well.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, look, I'm just so super impressed with you. What's the next one, Joe?
So that was warehousing. Third challenge was looking at buying my first business, which would fold into what we do. My worry is management team issues from the new business. For example, do you meet the management team before you buy it, keep them motivated, keeping tabs on the business, etc.?
Well, when I buy a business, the management team is the bit that excites me the most, because I think, are these talented people that could help the existing business? What is there an FD in there? Is there a manager that could run? There's many advantages of buying a company, because there could be talent in that company that could help you. Now, vis-a-vis, I've also bought businesses where there's no talent and we've had to restructure and get rid of people. So, but there are opportunities for great. When I bought Camp Beaumont, there was amazing talent in there. When I bought Be My Bear, Cafe Deli, all this talent has helped our existing businesses. So there we go.
What is the business you're looking at buying?
So it's just another wholesaler in my space. They have a lot of exclusive contracts with brands.
I mean, that sounds like a no-brainer. Have you met them yet?
Yes. Yeah, I am their competitor.
So you think it's going to happen?
I try to find a way how to reach out to them without. Yeah, maybe I'm overthinking it too much.
No, write a letter to them. Say,
Yeah.
can we just meet up and say hello? Don't go in straight and ask for sex on the first date. Can I buy you? Let's just get to know each other. We work in the same space. It might take a couple of years of courtship.
Yeah.
You've watched all my
they've been
videos. You know that, don't you?
Yeah, they've been in the space longer than I have. They're also a little bit older.
Yeah, so feed into their ego. I'm a big fan of what you do. I might seem weird reaching out, but I just want to say hi, and I reckon you'll be shocked. Most people go, "Yeah, let's meet up."
Yeah.
Because you want them to think of you when they want to sell.
Yes, definitely.
Sometimes these courtships be my bear 4 or 5 years before they go, "Yep, let's do the deal."
Yeah, plant the seed so they know.
And that's how you frame it, isn't it? You will say, if you're going to sell, think of us.
Yeah,
and then just leave it at that.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Right, let's jump into the questions then. So question number 1 that Harry had was, do you have a rule of how many percentage of profits from companies you'll put aside for your investments, e.g. property?
No, not really. I mean, I should. It's just if an opportunity comes up, I go, right, how am I going to do this? There you go.
It's a straight no from
I
Jim.
was thinking about calling this the Warren Buffett podcast, The Intelligent Investor. No, look, if the right thing comes up, I'll find a way of doing it. I guess you're probably the same.
Yeah. I'm literally in the process of trying to get my first growth loan from the bank because
Which bank?
NatWest. So I have actually got a physical bank manager that I meet now. He comes, so I've already I've brought my accounts over to them so I can start getting a growth loan, and that's another reason why I'm now looking at other companies, and cash flow is actually to a point where it's actually okay now because the stock level was kind of consistent. So yeah,
I'm going to introduce you to. I mean, I know the guys in NatWest quite well, but I'm going to introduce you to some people. We'll sort that out offline.
Perfect.
Question 2 for Jimbo. How would you make contact with the company you want to buy that isn't up for sale, and do you negotiate differently if you reached out? We have discussed that. Question number 3 then, finally. If buying a business, how do you keep the seller motivated into selling and not slowing the process down?
I mean, you haven't got into that yet, have you?
No, I haven't. No, but I want to know.
Big rule, time kills all deals. So you do want to get the thing going. But that's never really happened for me. If you keep the rapport, you build rapport, it does take time to buy a business. It just does. The seller and the buyer are motivated, but if there's banks involved and then bloody lawyers, it all does take time, but eventually it gets over the line. And that's why, I think, you just have to get a deal done, and then you're more experienced, and what will happen in the beginning is the accountants and the solicitors will lead you, and that's annoying. You want to get in so experienced that you're leading them, but it does take time and deals to get that over the line.
Yeah, and that is my worry of going into maybe this deal, which they're literally the only other company in the space, and making sure I do have all the knowledge and make sure I get it right. Do you know what I mean?
But you're not going to get it right. You're going to get things wrong. They're going to get things wrong. Don't worry about it. You, mate, you are very good. I can the little conversation we've had here, I have no concerns about you.
Yeah, let's just get it done.
How old are you again?
30 years old.
So if that other company have even got an inclination of thinking, do you know what, we might wind down, sell, if they hear someone like you and what you've done and the way that you've done it, you are well in the race. You just got to put yourself in it.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing I would look at wholesalers that are in the space that, are making money and they're not online yet. That if there's traditional hair and beauty cash and carries, I drive around industrial estates and I've seen them. What? They're turning 10 million quid and they're not online, and you know how to do all of that. God almighty.
I've moved away from, so my first company was very traditional wholesale, direct to customer, but wholesaling other people's brands. And I was at that 6 to 10% profit margin. It was driving me insane. So when I pivoted more into Buff Brows, because we had this brand, but we had more of our own products where the margins were higher.
And are you making the products in the Far East?
No. All mainly professional products in Europe. Some of them in the UK. We only tend to do the plastic goods in China. Maybe the makeup brushes and
And
stuff
have
like
you
that.
been?
No.
Well, it's best you get on the plane and get to one of the fairs,
Yeah,
because the
They do a
innovation,
big.
the innovation
Big-
happens over there, and maybe some of them, you really need to go out there, and that'd be
A lot
well
of-
worth your time.
A lot of the cosmetic stuff, because of the certified European stuff. A
Yeah.
lot of this stuff good stuff comes from a lot of countries in Europe, and they do some stuff there as well. So,
But you might want to get into hair extensions one day, mightn't you?
yeah, well, I when you say that, there was a company up for sale for weeks in Herrington, so I did have a look at it, but they had a big contract with NHS, and I was looking at that, and I think they were a lot older and they just wanted out, but they had a lot of physical locations, and that just really put me off.
Did you go and see them?
No.
Now, next time you must go and see them, even if you don't buy it, because that'll be some of the best education you'll do. Don't become a Google whore and just do everything by the internet. You must get in the car and actually go and see them. You will pick up 2 or 3 great things that will help your existing business, even if you don't buy them.
Yeah. Like in the last 2-3 months, I'm really working on getting my time back, and it's worked. And now I just need to deploy that.
Once you've got your PA, and don't be stupid. Don't employ a friend or a family member or your girlfriend's best friend. You get someone that's really experienced, that's got nothing to do with family.
Yeah, I've learned that.
Yeah.
That was the last question that you had. Anything else, Harry, that you want to ask, or you're good to go? It seems like you've got a lot of the, a lot of the right stuff to be getting on with, mate.
None of the small thinking. You get, if you need to get the bigger warehouse and rent the existing one out.
Yeah.
Get them slow pounds around you as much as the fast pounds. Will the 40, 50-year-old Harry be disappointed he didn't get that 10,000 square foot warehouse and own a 7,000 and own a 20,000 square foot warehouse? Think about that.
Yeah, that is the dream. I do get excited about warehouses now.
Yeah, baby, come on. I'm looking forward to rating you, sweetheart.
Okay. But anyway, are we done? I just wanted to say a big thank you for all the help, because when I found you on YouTube, my business was a lot smaller 4 years ago, and I have tried to take a lot in, and it has really, really worked. So just a personal thank you.
Well, that's very kind of you. Say thank you, JP.
I was talking to you. You ain't talking to me. I'm just pressing the jingles. That's all I'm here to do.
No, I do like the jingle.
Well, there you go. Thanks, then, mate. What a charmer, this guy.
Listen, you are amazing.
What a guy.
Yeah, you're going to go very far. Just remember that the art of thinking bigger. There's a magic to thinking bigger. The bigger you think.
That's why I did the EU. Exactly that reason.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I did the EU. I thought, if I don't do it, I'm just going to be so frustrated. I did the Google research for years, looking at the Google keywords to the brands, and I would just, as soon as my little girls were about 4, I was looking at it since they were really, really young. So as soon as they got to a certain age, I could step away a little bit more. I thought
you're amazing.
Perfect timing. So
hey, and you know what? A good thing about cosmetics and these sorts of brands and businesses, they always do well in economic downturns.
People want to look good.
Yeah, and they don't necessarily go to the salon, so they start doing it themselves. So it's a good, it makes people feel better. I think confectionery is another one that does well in economic downturns as well. So well done, you, sir. It's great to have you here on the show.
Where's the best place for people to go and find more information about you guys and what you do, mate?
Yeah, so we're Instagram, TikTok, Buff Brows, or Cosmetic Supplies if you're into permanent makeup. Buff Brows is if you're in. We have got another brand called Buff Lashes, which is for the lash side of it. We are going to be doing free education on YouTube. I've got 2 videographers in house now, so that will be rolling out. So we're easy to find us if you just search the brand name.
Amazing stuff. Harry, thank you for coming on the show. Congratulations on all your successes, and we look forward to hearing about what warehouse you go on to buy as part of your plans for global domination, my man. Thanks for being on the pod.
Right.
Cheers, mate. Take care. Bloody hell.
He's got it, that kid. So there's four companies you should be running. The company you are today, and I'm just, the company you really want to be, he's doing that, isn't he? He's running that in his mind's eye in succinct. So there you are today, the company you really want to be, a media company. Oh yeah, we've got 2 full-time videographers. We've got a TV studio to make YouTube content. So he's running a media company. And number 4 is a property investment company. You do those 4 things in unison, it's literally impossible for you to fail. And he's doing all of that.
Doing all 4.
I mean,
let's do it.
He just, the other thing as well, you know, like the business rate to noise, he's good on commercial awareness.
Yeah.
Slightly too good in some ways.
Let's rate him. We've got to rate him.
Yeah,
come on, let's
come on.
rate him. I'm going to kick him out of the recording room. Sorry, Harry, you can't hear this. You have to listen to it on the pod. It's the 8 traits of the greats. It's the point of the show where James Sinclair reverses what he normally does. And this time, so he can't give out an easy 8, he tries to find reasons not to give Harry an 8. Come on, be honest now. I think this has got an 8 all day for me.
Was that the right jingle for the 8 traits of the greats?
Yeah.
No, it was, yeah. Starting with
Do not question me. There's only one thing that I could do well, and that's it. Go on.
Starting with the end in mind.
He has
I think
that.
we give him that, passionate about his cause.
Yep, he loves
has
it.
That, untold amounts of resilience.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he has that. Them master relationships, people. Don't know that, do we?
We loved it within 3 seconds. Give it to him.
Commercial awareness, yeah, he gets that.
Tons of it.
They innovate so don't evaporate.
He's doing that.
He's a master marketer.
He is.
I actually think he's one of the smartest
Yeah.
marketers. Yeah, he really is.
Brilliant.
They stage teacher. Oh my word.
What's happened? What has happened? What's happened? Tell them all.
That, ladies and gents, is an 8.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable scenes.
Well, he's going to have the great song.
He's good. Of course, he's
Wow.
going to have to.
It's a great song, ladies and gents, that we only play. Well, we play it every episode, but we never really say the 8.
No.
You're going to have to sing it because you're better at it than me.
Oh,
Well done.
Wow.
Not many people do that.
It's an 8 on par with James Sinclair the Great. I mean, what a guy. It's not a 7, not a 6, not a 5, not a 4, not a 3, not a 2, not a 1. He's an 8. What a guy.
Like fully deserved.
30 years old. Some people have just got it, haven't they?
He had it, you know, and you could just tell
Yeah.
from that. When you listen to this, Harry, honestly, I don't know, hundreds of episodes we've done. No one gets an 8. I think we've given it 2 more times.
3 times.
You're
Leo
number 3.
Dack.
And I definitely...
Gemma.
He's the youngest.
Yes. Leo Dack, Gemma from the dog company, and was there another
I
one?
don't think Gemma got 8, did
Yep.
she?
She did.
Yeah. It was about 2 weeks ago. We filmed it. I was here.
Yeah, there was one, wasn't there?
Was he from Ireland? Was it the...
Rock Salt.
Rock Salt had
Rock
it.
Salt had it as well.
That's the one.
We should get these people together.
Number
Look, what have
4.
they got?
Oh, yeah, like a group interview.
Yeah,
Well, let's
Leo
do
Dack, Rock Salt.
Let's
Harry.
do a podcast mastermind episode where we invite them all
Yeah,
on
that's
for a
very
special
good idea.
episode.
Look at this.
Oh,
And
yes.
they share
the
their
8s.
biggest challenge and how they
Yes.
overcame it this year.
Right, Stevie, that's the next thing to get organised.
That is it's just, he was good. Very good.
Good on you for picking him
But
up on
also-
the. Like, I'm going to get something smaller. Oh, don't be stupid. Like,
No, but also
good.
there is another running theme here, models.
Mm,
You know, you put them 8 traits on a good model.
yeah.
You know, people, you know, once I know from my wife and probably like yours, you know, they find a product in a space. They just, you know, the same shampoo.
Yeah.
It is so predictable. She
Yeah.
buys this special shampoo that she always has. You know, it is.
It's habitual, isn't it?
It's habitual.
It becomes habitual. That's really interesting, actually, because all of these traits you could have on a crap model, and therefore you would have a crap business. So you could have all of the traits of greatness, but if you are not doing the right model,
But the good entrepreneurs, they see that
Find the good
model and
model.
go, this is
Yeah,
rubbish.
yeah.
I'm not going to carry
Yeah.
on with it. Whereas a lot of people persevere
yeah,
with the wrong perseverance.
very true. Right. Wow. Thanks, Chuds. It's time for the business quiz. We're stunned here in the studio live.
On the quiz is businessy.
Business
Business knowledge
It's
and
not very
advice.
often
Which
that
one's
James
clever and
Sinclair
which
is the
one is dumb?
second best
Easy,
entrepreneur on his
let's
own
get quiz.
podcast. He don't like it, no, does he? Right, here we go. Okay, so inside this envelope, if this is your first time watching, by the way, if this is your first time watching, what a find, the first time that you've come to this podcast. But each week we have a quizzical question based on the sector that we have just discussed in here. Me and Jimbo go head-to-head in a battle for a very questionably crap cup and a questionably better wooden spoon. And you guys can join in at home if you'd like to as well. And you can put your guesses into the comments or the chat. So today's question is... what percentage of UK beauty clinics now offer at least one form of permanent makeup service? So what percentage of UK beauty clinics now offer at least one form of permanent makeup service, e.g. brows, lips or eyeliner?
I think a
What
very
percentage?
high percentage.
I think it is going to be high.
I think most women have got tattooed eyebrows now, haven't they? To a certain degree.
I don't know. Majority of them, a lot.
I mean, they're not, I say tattooed, but they're not, they do fade out, don't they?
Yes. I'm going 42%.
I'm going to go 45%. I think.
Chuds,
no,
did
I
you
think
do
it's
the questions?
higher, actually.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh, okay. You think it's higher?
Yeah, I think
Go on
it's
then. Put your money where your mouth is,
I'm going to
Sinclair.
go 46%.
Right. What percentage of the UK beauty clinics now offer permanent makeup as part of their services, e.g. brows, lips, eyeliner? I've gone 42. He's gone 46. The answer is 42%. Yes, we are the champions, my friends. In 2024, the industry saw a 10% increase in total market growth. 10% in a year is insane, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so.
Wow, wait.
Considering the UK economy is growing by 0.01%.
Yeah. That is very impressive. The compound annual growth rate from 2024 onwards is 8% across the UK and the EU. On average, a single PMU, so permanent makeup treatment room, can generate 80 grand annually. Goes back to the point of having good models, doesn't it? There we go. Well, what an episode today's been. That can stay right there in Champions Corner. What a brilliant show. Isn't it a treat that someone who's doing it as well as that comes on to get advice and guidance and is willing to openly share and go, I'm looking for room
I'll tell you what's
to
a real
improve.
treat is for us, so, Chuds and I that have been making this content, people have been listening and watching and then have actually
And done it.
done what we've told them
When you
to
think
do.
about that, the guy's bought £250,000 warehouse because of a geezer he watched on YouTube.
$750,000.
$750,000, sorry. Because he watched your advice on YouTube. When you think about that, how mad is that?
Hope we don't have a property crash and he don't come sue me.
He can come after you for the cash. Right, well, brilliant. If you have enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please feel free to let us know in the comments or leave us a 5-star review wherever you download your podcasts. It really does make a massive difference when you do that. The algorithm knows and it ends up showing it to more people, and we can help more people just like Harry, who's gone on to do great things. If you're a business owner, by the way, if you've listened and you've taken one thing, you're like, I should do that, please go and do it.
Yeah.
That'd be the greatest gift. Like, go and do the thing that you've been inspired to think about today on the podcast, because that will make a massive difference. And finally, is this going to come out in time for BMC, this podcast? I think it probably will, won't it? Let's just pretend it is. Tell us about BMC.
Well, guys, look, if you're loving the podcasts, why not come along to one of my seminars? I've got business masterclass, and if you like to buy businesses, I do buying businesses masterclass. All the
details.
All the details are on my website, jamessinclair.net. We'd love to see you there. Honestly, the seminars are great. Look, this guy came to one of my seminars, has watched my videos, put it into practice. It's a good return on investment.
Absolutely.
We'd love to see you there. I think that's it. Buongiorno.
Bye.
Thanks for watching today, gang. I hope you enjoyed the show. Now, look, we're looking for some great businesses to come on the podcast. If you've got challenges, but you're desperate to grow your business and you can't necessarily work out how to do it on your own, you'll be a perfect candidate to come here on the podcast. It's absolutely free to come on the show. Go to my website, jamessinclair.net, and there's a podcast button. Click on the podcast button, fill in the application form, and we'll do our very best to get you on the show and try and grow your business.